Hi, today I want to talk about smoking. Is it a sin or not? I need to start with the Bible. I am a Christian, a fairly devout Christian, and this question has been bothering me for a very long time. So, a couple of months ago, I put the question on Facebook. I had more than 1,000 responses, and it was split about 50-50. Yes, it is, no, it isn't. I then put it out there again and asked for scriptural references. The one was clearly there is no scriptural reference referring to smoking. And that is true, there is nothing. However, there were two other texts that the people used to confirm that it is a sin. The one was that you defile the temple of the Holy Spirit. The second was, let's tackle the first one first. It devours the body of the Holy Spirit. Now, the Holy Spirit is a spirit. It's not a body. It doesn't have a temple. So I don't buy that. The second one is that it is an idol because you get addicted to it. I've known so many people that has kicked the habit with immediate effect. So how can it be an idol? I can't really understand why people can be so ignorant. Smoking, I was taught to smoke when I was 16 years old by my dad. And he basically taught me to inhale, but not to let it go into your lungs. So you put it in your mouth, keep the smoke in your mouth, and then exhale through your nostrils. That made a lot of sense to me. So I think it's the way you're smoking. If you draw it into your lungs, that has detrimental effect. But the way I smoke certainly doesn't. I've been to two pulmonologists, one neurosurgeon, neurologist, my GP, and they could find nothing wrong with my lungs. And I smoke up to 60 cigarettes a day. Now that is a lot. It costs a lot of money. So I've now decided to cut down. But about that a bit later. So the issue about an idol, I don't buy either, because you can kick it if you want to. Nicotine, as caffeine in coffee and coke, are stimulants. That means they speed up the metabolism in the body. So it's actually good for you if you use it correctly. So when it comes to coffee or coke, so many people are addicted. They don't actually know about it, but they are addicted. So are you going to say they differ from nicotine? Caffeine differ from nicotine? If nicotine is an idol, then caffeine is also an idol. So I am pretty sure that there is no ways of saying that nicotine is an idol. With coke and coffee also being a stimulant, it is fair to say then that it is a drug, but it's also a drug that you can kick. A lot of these mechanisms to kick the drugs are based on mental strength. So you have to think carefully about it. I've decided to go the slow route with kicking my nicotine habit. I'm down from 60 to 30 already. And I've done a couple of things that was also suggested to me by my psychiatrist, calling it tricking the brain. Tricking the brain. I will talk about that at some other stage. So, I've lost a good couple of friends due to lung cancer, but they were all smoking weed out of a pipe, and that you draw into your lungs and you earth because your body don't take in oxygen then, and you can fall over. In fact, they do fall over if they really enjoy the weed. My doctor, the pulmonologist, did all the most extensive tests you can think about and found nothing wrong with my lungs. They took x-rays of my chest, nothing wrong with my lungs. So, there's much more that I can say about this topic, but suffice it to say, there are no biblical references to smoking nicotine, smoking cigarettes. In fact, my doctor told me that nicotine is the second worst addiction, drug addiction you can get, and that is often after heroin. So it stands to reason that it is difficult to kick, but I come back again. It's the way you actually smoke it. So, brothers and sisters, let's be clear about it. My view, which should be your view, is that nicotine is not an idol. It can be kicked. It is addictive, but it is not a sin. I thank you. God bless you. Bye.